Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training, where we've reached day 22 of our 30-day American Accent Challenge, where I bring you a live video every day to help you with pronunciation, intonation, all of the aspects of your American English and improving your communication in American English. So today I wanted to return to our topic of letters and sounds, talking about how spelling can affect our pronunciation and how words are spelled can mislead us in terms of pronunciation, and we can watch out for certain spelling errors. So today I want to talk about, we've talked about vowels and how it's useful to learn the IPA symbols for the vowels. That was on day 21. We did an overview and we looked at some specific vowels earlier in the course, and that just helps you know one symbol for one sound, which we don't have for the vowels in written English. Also, we have a number of letters that can say more than one sound. So the letter S, for example, often says Z and not S. We talked about that, and you can learn more about it in the day 4 video. Check out my playlist for all of the earlier videos. You can go to my channel page and it's the 30-day challenge playlist. Also go to my website, speechmodification.com, and you can find practice exercises for each of the days of the challenge, as well as written explanations to go along with the videos. So you can rewatch the videos and you can get some additional practice materials and some additional information that will help you understand the different concepts we're looking at in these videos. So back to spelling letters and sounds. Oftentimes, 2 letters are used together to make one sound. So some examples for that are the TH sounds are spelled with T and H, but they're just one sound, F or Th for the voiced TH. Usually the letters NG just say one sound, which is the ng sound. Not N and G, they say ng. We'll be talking more about NG later in the challenge, and also you can check out my video on the NG and look for common pronunciation errors on that sound. It's in my Sounds of English video playlist. The IPA symbols are also useful for what I like to call these hidden sounds. For example, before words that end with the letter L, we often have a hidden sound in American English where we put the vowel schwa in there. So for example, on the word howl, we have the IPA is here. So in the spelling, we see there's a W sound there, how, that's part of the vowel, how. And then we have the schwa before the L, howl, howl. So there's actually more sounds than there are letters. Similarly, the word real, we have re and yul. We add a y sound and the schwa before the L, real. This example, real, also shows us that often we have extra sounds between vowels. So for example, real, we have the y sound between. We do the same thing in the word tire, tire. Between the I and the ire, we have this y sound, tire. And so y is one of the sounds that we have between vowels in vowel-to-vowel linking, and the other is a rounded W sound. So for example, our, even though we just spelled that with 3 letters, we actually have ow, the diphthong, w and our. So you can see how if you learn these symbols, you can make sure that you get all of those hidden sounds that aren't really shown in the spelling of the words. You can find more about the y and w that comes between vowels in my vowel-to-vowel linking video. I'll put a link for that in the corner after the broadcast, and also that video is on my website in today's 30-day accent challenge post in the free online practice under free resources. So check that out. Another example of hidden sounds and sounds in spelling are, for example, the letter X is actually 2 sounds. It's the K sound and the S sound, usually. In many cases, X says X, K and S, X. It also can say Gz, Gz. I'll give you some examples of that, including the word example. Example, it's voice sounds rather than X. Sometimes it says Z at the beginnings of words, although that's fairly rare. And sometimes it is silent at the ends of words, like the word faux, which are loan words from French. So, for example, again, looking at the IPA can really help you know all of the sounds in the word. For example, the word fax has the F and A are represented, f-a, and then X is x, fax. The word text, we have the X still says KS, text, and fixed, the X says KS, and we add that T sound. So we have to do 3 sounds together at the end of the word. We have a tendency to have accent errors, and even those of us who speak English as a native language can sometimes have difficulty when there's so many sounds at the ends of the words. So fax is an example of when the letter X says KS. Example, EX, is an example of when it says GZ and not EX. So we pronounce X as KS when it comes after a stressed syllable. So fax, tax, extra, mixed. The X is after a stressed syllable, so it says KS. When it's before the stressed vowel, for example, exactly, the stress is not on that eh before the X, it's on the example, exactly. It's on the syllable that comes after the X, then those are voiced. Example, exactly. Sometimes when we add the letter T, as I said, we have to do a KS and a T. Text is an example. Next, mixed, faxed, etc. Then, of course, we can add another S, so texts. Yes, that's the only example I can come up with right now. I do have a video helping you say texts, because that's a challenging combination of letters there at the end, so I would check that out. So those are some examples of how spelling does not always help us when we're figuring out what sounds we need to pronounce in a word. You can find more of those on my channel page and in my difficult to pronounce words videos. Please come back tomorrow for day 23 of the American Accent Challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them on this video or any of my other videos, and I'll get back to you. And also on Fridays, we have a live question and answer class where you can get answers to your particular questions about American accent training, about the 30-day challenge, about words or sounds that are difficult for you, or anything relating to speaking in American English. Thanks for being here today. I'm Christine Dunbar with SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound American, you can do it. SpeechModification.com.